Hey, this is MassX with a brand new Yu Yu Hakusho Slugfest video. This is going to be our tier list for what? November 2025. And we have a couple new characters. I did move quite a few characters around from changes in the meta, from my experiences, from talking with people, etc. So let's jump right in. Now, in that top tier character, in that top category, SSS, you're going to notice it's a little smaller. Yes, it is. Well, first off, we have Botan there. Still, she's just freaking amazing. If you have her and use her and you have her at 1 awakening or higher, she's just crazy, okay? She just is. It's that simple. Let's move on. We next have, of course, our SP Yusuke, the original one. He is still just an absolutely phenomenal DPS and easy to build, and he is good everywhere. That's what I like. Just to make clarifications now, this tier list is not just PvP. This tier list is not just PvE. It is a mixture, total value to me of what a character has to offer. So he's great on everywhere in the game for the most part. And that's one of the reasons why you're seeing somebody new in the SSS tier, and that is Mikuro, because that character can be anywhere, everywhere, and be amazing. I started talking about this character from the get-go, and its value just keeps increasing with the more areas of the game that open up. I mean, we have tower training now. Phenomenal character in that. We're finishing up right now on Demon World training. Absolutely a juggernaut in that too. And it goes on in PvP everywhere. Mikuro is an absolute beast. And as I showed in that stripped down, who's the best DPS out there without buffs, without anything, and just flatlining it and putting them in to play, Mikuro is hands down just a damage monster. And last but not least, of course, is Rinku. I still think this character deserves to be here. This character does so much in so many aspects of the game. It's easy to build. If you have the exclusive, the character is at a level of most SPs or higher. It's just a crazy with that skill kit, and the ability to skill point manipulation is so crucial in this game. Now, moving on into the SS tier, and I'm going to go ahead and put this out here too if people didn't realize it. If you see a character that's towards the end or the beginning of a tier, that means they could go up or down, in my opinion. They could be slotted down one, or they could be slotted up one. And that brings us to Sacred Energy Armor Sensui. This character, I know a lot of people think it should be at the top tier ranks. I just don't. I think the character is phenomenal. I think the character is crazy good and is good in all aspects of the game, and with the right team around him, he is just a monster. But I just don't, it's not in my wheelhouse. I don't think he's right there. And that kind of goes hand in hand with our newest event, Kuwabara. An absolute great character, does a lot, especially with helping out your offensive characters, as well as protecting your team to a certain degree. His skill kit across the board does a lot. As a true support character, he's not going to give you that damage, but he is going to help everybody on your team. He could teeter between either one also. And that kind of goes hand in hand with our last two also. One slotted down from the SSS tier, and one is slowly gaining momentum. And that, of course, is Coco and Dr. Ichigaki. Dr. Ichigaki, I dropped down one. It's not because he's worse. The more I think about it, I think he's just not there to be put in SSS tier, but an absolutely crazy good character, a staple for most people and should be. And if you get the exclusive, it just blows them up even more. And the one that keeps creeping up higher, like a methodical, slow, emerging character, is one that I know a lot of people like. It is a good character. I've never discounted the character, Coco, but I never find a place for Coco in teams that I build, in the style I build. But I respect Coco, and so I made it a point this past month to use Coco more, even if it wasn't what I would normally use. And Coco, of course, is impressing me more and more and more. She's got a great kit. She does great offensive work. I like how she focuses back line. Her weakness exposed. She is just a solid character. And the rest of the SS, for the most part, hasn't changed a lot. I do want to speak about some notable ones, though. Another character that just keeps creeping up more and more is our original, the younger Genkai SP. This character, and I did a video on it, showcasing this character on a team who won with a 400k BP difference, is with this Genkai. She cannot be discounted, especially as you get this a character higher, awaken it more, 3 stars, 4 stars. Character is just crazy good and should not be discounted because, like the Yusuke in our original 5 SPs, is so much easier to build. Another character that is gaining value is Tetsuzan. We currently actually have a rerun banner of the character on my server right now, and this character really should shine. I did a video when it first came out. I said it's a great character. Problem is, character came, we have too much going on. It's a character that you most likely are waiting to pick up. It's not a fan favorite. You've already got enough to work on. You know it's going to be coming back around like it is on my server already. So you hold off. Now you start moving forward, harder content, and you start to do builds, and you maybe now have this character and start to use it. And you can really appreciate what this character can do. Just at Awakening 1 with that restoration of skill points of 500 is nuts. Great character. When you have a chance and you do get this character, you will appreciate why this character is in the SS tier. And what really rounds out the rest are no major changes. I do want to point out, though, that I did go ahead and add, and I was having a tough time with this, our Halloween Kurama. It just came out. I am not even remotely close to being done with my testing, but I'm putting this character in the SS tier for 2 reasons. One, we haven't had a bad event character yet, as you can see with Botan and Kuwabara. 2, I know people that started to play this character immediately from the onset, and they say they're really enjoying the character and the character's good. I'm not sold 100% on the character yet. I think it has an amazing kit, but you have to do certain things to make it work. Not discounting other areas of the character, but kind of the cool gimmicky parts aren't as easy as they see on paper. And I need a few more days to really build around this team, but I think that character, coupled with our Sacred Armor Sensui, those two could be a crazy tandem together, and that's what I'm currently working on, is testing different team designs with those two. And, you know, so far it's looking good, but I'm going to reserve judgment. That's why I left that character at the end of the SS tier, because maybe next month it will be S tier, maybe it will be higher up in the SS tier. I just don't know yet. Moving to the S tier, didn't have a lot of movement in here. The one character that I did noticeably add, of course, is our advisor of the demon world, Kurama. This is an interesting character because it works around your artifacts and aid cards, etc. And so far with my testing, I'm not blown away by the character. I like the character, but to me it is nowhere near the class of an SS tier or an SSS tier, in my opinion. And one of the characters that I love still, but has lost some momentum with me, and I've talked about this before with the characters Enki, not because the character's bad. It's because the character's a one-trick pony, really relies on nothing more than a trauma damage over time team. So to me, that value lessens him because of that. But if you have a full trauma team and use this character, you know his value to that specific type of team. Now moving down to the A tier, we've got a noticeable one I want to point out. Ruka has moved up. They made some adjustments with the character. If you saw with our prior maintenance last week, and it's justified, and it made the character even better than she was. I wasn't ranking her too high because I just didn't use her that much. But now with these adjustments, I think there is definitely justification to really take advantage of that character. And I promised myself I would not go on and on and on in this tier list video. So at 11 minutes, let's start wrapping it up. But I do want to talk about some of the nuances with this particular tier list, because more of the mid-range and lower characters have made adjustments. Like I mentioned, Ruka has moved up. Another one that I find myself using more and more lately, especially because of its silence, is Kieran. Not a character that I think I would ever consider in a PvP team, even in a third tier, but in PvE content, and now that we have so much and so many different types that require different requirements, or a character needs to be prevented from doing things, I find Kieran has become a character that has become a staple in my control characters for that type of content. That's why that character has moved up, for instance. You can also see in the B tier, Karasu and Saito have come up a bit for me. Haven't quite put them to the A tier. Why? Well, for Karasu's reason, I think the character is really more built for PvP than PvE, at least in my testing. So because this is a comprehensive tier list, he doesn't have the total value. Saito has a nice little kit, and kind of the opposite. I find interesting nuances with this kit to use with certain teams in PvP. So that's why those two are there. The more I get to work with them, I'll maybe change my mind. They may go up a little, down a little. They're never going to be S or SS tier in my opinion. But I'm pointing those out. But I did make some. If you have my old tier list, you'll know there's some little nuance changes throughout this mid-range. D, for the most part, has stayed the same. I might have lowered and put more in there because, quite honestly, I'm finding more characters. I'm just now at this point of the game, I'm over with. I'm not going to test them any further. They've done nothing unless something changes with the character's skill kit or build. I've written them off at this time. So that's pretty much my D's for the most part. Same with the C's. They're teetering, and especially as you get towards the end, you know, it still makes me sad that Chu I have to put down towards the bottom, because I love the character in the anime, and they just did him dirty in this game. But we're going to wrap that up now. This is my November 2025 tier list. Agree, disagree. It's purely my preferences, let's be honest. Yes, I talk to people. Yes, I look to see what's going on in the servers around me. But in the end, I'm having to make the final decisions. So if you don't like them, that's fine. You know, everybody has different play styles, but I hope this helps a little bit to get you guys getting better ideas, especially if you're new to the game or if you are now getting towards that end game content and really looking to who you should build that maybe you have not yet. So with that, as always, please like and subscribe. It helps a lot. Have a great day.